The Blue Jays just revealed why they're building a dynasty. While everyone debates Eric Lauer's extension, Ross Atkins is executing a masterclass in championship roster construction that separates elite organizations from pretenders. Sportsnet's Nick Ashbourne says Lowour won't get extended after 2026, and here's why that's actually the most intelligent move Toronto could make. Hello, Jays Nation. Welcome to Jays Quick News, your go-to spot for the latest Toronto Blue Jays updates. Today, we're breaking down the championship architecture behind the Blue Jays' approach to Eric Lauer, and it's going to change how you see this entire organization. If you're a true Blue Jays fan who values strategic depth over emotional reactions, hit that subscribe button now, because this is the kind of analysis that separates casual fans from those who truly understand winning baseball. Eric Lauer's 2025 resurrection story belongs in a Hollywood script. The 30-year-old southpaw signed a minor league deal last December after pitching in Korea, trying to salvage a career, derailed by his brutal 2023 with Milwaukee. Toronto called him up April 30th, and Lauer proceeded to exceed every conceivable expectation. 9 wins against just 2 losses, a spectacular 3.18 ERA across 104, 2 innings, a razor-sharp 1.11 whip with 102 strikeouts. His 2.24 walks per 9 rate showcased the elite control that made him indispensable across 28 appearances, including 15 starts. But numbers alone don't capture Lauer's true value. He became John Schneider's ultimate weapon, the versatile lefty who could start, provide bulk relief, or handle high-leverage situations with equal effectiveness. When the Blue Jays reached the World Series, falling heartbreakingly short in Game 7 to the Dodgers, Lauer delivered one of October's most clutch performances, 2 scoreless innings in that epic 18-inning Game 3 marathon. He struck out 2, worked around 3 intentional walks, and proved exactly why Toronto took a chance on him. For just $2. $2 million in 2025, Lowour became arguably the organization's best value acquisition. So here's the billion-dollar question. Why wouldn't the Blue Jays immediately lock down this kind of production long-term? Because championship organizations separate emotion from strategy, and Ross Atkins just demonstrated why he's building something special in Toronto. Nick Ashbourne's Newsweek analysis cuts to the strategic heart. Lowour exceeded all reasonable expectations by a significant margin in 2025, but some skepticism is warranted considering it was his first strong MLB campaign since 2022. Buying high on a player who's slated for a long relief role seems like a dicey bit of business. This isn't disrespect. This is organizational intelligence recognizing context matters as much as results. The Blue Jays tendered Lowour a contract for 2026 at a projected $4 million through arbitration, doubling his 2025 salary while maintaining cost control. That's smart business. But extending him now? That's where the championship architecture reveals itself. Toronto's rotation landscape transformed completely this offseason with the historic 7-year, $210 million signing of Dylan Cease, the largest free agent contract in franchise history. Think about the rotation firepower heading into 2026. Kevin Gausman, one of baseball's most underrated aces with a 17. 9 FWAR since joining Toronto in 2022, 4th best among all starters. Shane Bieber, who exercised his $16 million player option after showing flashes of Cy Young caliber brilliance post-Tommy John surgery. Trey Yesevich, the electric young arm who broke through during that magical World Series run. Jose Berrios, the workhorse with an opt-out clause after 2026. And now Dylan Cease, who struck out over 100 batters since 2021 with absolutely elite swing-and-miss stuff. That's not a rotation. That's a championship gauntlet designed for sustained October success. Additionally, Toronto added KBO MVP Cody Ponce on a 3-year, $30 million deal after he dominated Korea with a 17-1 record, 1.89 ERA, and a jaw-dropping 252 strikeouts in 180. 2 innings. The depth is staggering. Here's where Atkins' genius becomes undeniable. Both Gausman and Bieber hit free agency after 2026. Berrios can opt out. The current championship window has a definitive timeline, but by securing Cease through 2032, Toronto guaranteed long-term rotation stability regardless of what happens with their veterans. This isn't reactive roster management. This is proactive dynasty building. For Lowour, waiting isn't disrespectful. It's strategic. His projected $4. $4 million at arbitration salary for 2026 represents exceptional value for a proven swingman. The Blue Jays maintain complete flexibility to evaluate how he fits the new rotation hierarchy throughout the season. If he continues delivering high-leverage excellence, he hits free agency after 2026 with maximum leverage and fresh postseason heroics on his resume. If the Blue Jays extended him now at inflated multi-year rates and his role diminished behind that stacked rotation, it becomes dead money compromising future flexibility. Compare this measured approach to how Toronto handled Vladimir Guerrero Jr. It's absolutely massive 14-year. $500 million extension signed last April. Vlad is a generational cornerstone deserving franchise record investment. Lowour is an exceptional role player who earned every dollar of his raise. Both are critical to winning championships, but they warrant fundamentally different contract strategies. Elite organizations recognize these distinctions. What makes this decision even more brilliant is the financial architecture. With potential extensions for Gaussman or Bieber looming, depending on 2026 performance, plus the reality that Cease's deal pushes the payroll significantly higher, the Blue Jays are preserving flexibility to strike when championship opportunities demand. They're not penny pinching. They're building sustainable contention that doesn't mortgage tomorrow for emotional decisions today. For Lowour, another season of elite swingman production in 2026 sets up a career-defining free agency at age 31. Teams will covet a lefty with his versatility, postseason pedigree, and proven ability to handle multiple roles effectively. Whether he re-signs with Toronto or commands a larger deal elsewhere, his path is clear and lucrative. So what does this mean for Jays Nation? Your front office is executing championship-caliber roster construction. They secured long-term stability with Cease and Guerrero. They're maximizing value with controlled contracts like Lauer's arbitration year. They're building depth that sustains success through inevitable injuries and regression. This is how dynasties are built, not with emotional extensions, but with strategic patience. What's your take on the Blue Jays championship architecture? Do you trust Ross Atkins' approach, or would you extend Lowour now? Drop your thoughts below. And if you value this strategic depth that goes beyond surface-level reactions, smash that like button, subscribe to Jays Quick News, and hit notifications for championship-focused coverage that true Blue Jays fans demand. This is Jays Quick News, where we break down the moves that build dynasties. See you in the next one.